More breaking inputs regarding MJ Akbar. His wife has now broken her silence on multiple allegations of rape and sexual assault against her husband. And she's issued this statement accusing the latest complainant in this being Pallavi Gogoi of having caused unhappiness and discord in her home. She's called the allegation as a lie, questioned the complainant's motives as well. Deputy News Editor Meenakshi Bhanja with those details here. Meenakshi, many would of course look at this as a rather insensitive statement because the last thing on a complainant's mind should be the wife's domestic happiness.
Well, let's remember the MJ Akbar matter as it stands today has several layers to it. One, it is being hotly contested in a court of law. Of course, it is at a very formative stage where Akbar is trying his best, one, to bring out the fact that he is a man with a checkered reputation, which indeed can be tarnished or dented, and that is why Priya Ramani should be made an accused in his defamation case, which he has filed in the Patiala House Court. So in that backdrop, any additional allegations which surface against Akbar is something which is hugely detrimental to his interests. And this statement, which has been brought out by Malika Akbar, wife of MJ Akbar, is perhaps attestation of the stand which MJ Akbar is taking in the public domain thus far as to how he, on his part, has abjured all charges. He has rejected all charges. He's called them malicious and he's called them with a devious intention to tarnish or dent his rather checkered reputation. And in terms of that, this adds...
And that's the similar stand here that has been taken by the wife as well. Meenakshi, I'm afraid we'll have to leave it at that, but many thanks for getting us those details of these breaking inputs. Former Union Minister MJ Akbar has now issued a statement. He's responded to the latest allegations and he's spoken to ANI, and he said that the allegations of sexual harassment that are now leveled by Pallavi Gogoi, and this is an allegation of rape, not just assault or harassment, but she's very clearly said that she was raped by MJ Akbar. Akbar has termed the allegations published by Gogoi on the Washington Post as false and fabricated. He's also claimed that his relationship with the complainant was actually consensual. We have with us our correspondent Sanjana getting us further inputs here. This is of course the one-line defense that MJ Akbar has continued to maintain. It is either a fabricated allegation or it is a consensual relationship, which is now, in all these years, after almost 20 years, being twisted by the complainants.
Right, Seher, because you're absolutely right, because what we saw in court just on Wednesday is MJ Akbar recording his statement and claiming that these allegations made against him by Priya Ramani, her journalist, are in fact false. Today now he has in fact responded to this very hard-hitting Washington Post article, remember, written by Pallavi Gogoi, who accused him of rape. MJ Akbar has said, somewhere around 94, Ms. Pallavi Gogoi and I entered into a consensual relationship that spanned several months. This relationship gave rise to talk and would later cause strife in my home life as well. This consensual relationship ended perhaps not on the best note. He also added that on October 29, the Washington Post forwarded to his lawyers a series of cryptic and non-specific questions, is what he's terming this, regarding incidents alleged to have taken place approximately 23 years ago. These allegations were false and were consequently denied. More on that, MJ Akbar, the Washington Post then ran a piece written by Pallavi Gogoi detailing false allegations of rape and violence against me. I have had an occasion to read this article and it has become necessary at this point in time to bring certain facts to life. MJ Akbar also going on to talk about other witnesses who perhaps worked at the Asian Age at that point of time, saying that people who worked with me and knew both of us had indicated that they would be happy to bear testimony to what is stated above, and at no stage did the behavior of Pallavi Gogoi give any one of them the impression that she was working under duress. So MJ Akbar clearly coming out, Seher, as you rightly said, and claiming this time that the relationship was consensual. But what's also happening is that this has added another number and another allegation to the growing list of women who have spoken up against former Union Minister MJ Akbar. Because let's remember, even in her article, Pallavi Gogoi made a very valid and very pertinent statement. She spoke of the fact that he may have stepped down as Union Minister, but what is to be remembered is that he's still part of the BJP. He is still a member of Parliament. So perhaps it is time now to kind kind of, gauge. It is time to reevaluate and introspect how, as a country and as a government, we're going to be dealing with issues like this. MJ Akbar also coming out and saying that he does not know.
And also perhaps a time that one pushes for him to be asked to be stepped down from his Rajya Sabha membership as well, because these are all allegations. Now this is perhaps allegation number 20 against MJ Akbar, and these are all allegations which have come up with shocking similarity, either happening at a hotel room or in his office cabin. Sanjana, thank you for getting us those details.